Hello, Internet. And, hang on. Alright, hello, Internet, and welcome back to Spore. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. It's currently Sunday again, as I am recording this, but I think that today is the day we are going to finish off Spore, probably for this recording session, not this episode. There's probably going to be a couple episodes. I don't know, maybe we'll just blitz through cell stage, civilization stage very quickly, and we'll see how that goes. So, first things first, we are going to do a trick that I usually do in order to claim all the spice geysers in the civilization stage very easily, which is we go from... Ooh, there's a giant thing next to a meteor. Hey, that's a thing I made at one point. They were called Double Jaws because originally they had two mouths, and then as they went on, yeah, I just kept the name. Right, so... First civilization doesn't spawn until you claim a spice geyser, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to go to the farthest spice geyser, and then we're just going to tell them in, like, farthest to closest, go and claim spice geysers, so that way... Alright, yeah, because by the time... Okay, I don't think we'll get that farthest one, but honestly, Alright, well, we may be able to grab that one. We are definitely going to be able to grab this one. Oh, and hey! Here comes our first other city, and they appear to also be a military city. Nice. So... Well, we're not going to make them an ally, but anyways. Right. So we now have our own little civilization over here doing its thing. But, yeah, they will very quickly find that we already own all the spice in this area. Ha 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 ha. Anyways. So yeah, last episode we designed all of our buildings, and we sort of redid our creature design. We zoom in, we can see them doing something. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's definitely something. Oh, it looks like we lost that last spice geyser. Oh well. Honestly, we won't need much more than what we have now. Alright. So I guess we'll just call all of our units back, and from there we'll just kind of wait for money to pile up. Sorry. There's a little early morning congestion. Actually, went out today and did some stuff, which I haven't been doing very much lately on account of, you know, not having any income, so it's kind of hard to do that kind of thing. So I think the first thing we ought to do is build a house, and we're probably going to want to build a factory to make some money, and we're going to want to make an entertainment building to make some money, make people less unhappy. There we go. And we'll just put down a turret, because that also helps defend things. Right. So now we should be making money a bit faster. And this is basically the whole Civ stage, is just working stuff in order to make it go faster. Sorry. And as we can now see, our things. So what are our neighbors? We have a religious city, two religious cities. We have a military city. I think we should get rid of the military city on first, because honestly, they're probably the ones that are going to cause the most problems. Or we could get rid of... We could take on a religious city. Because the thing about religious city, like, the religious conversion rather than military conquest in this, is that you're able to, you're able to, like, keep the city intact so you don't, like, have to replace buildings all the time. So that might be worth doing. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, yeah, actually, let's go, let's do that. So we're gonna actually build a bit more, stuff. We're gonna build some extra... Build some extra houses. Alright. And, alright, that's all the money we have. Alright. Once we get more money, we can, I think we're gonna go and take out they actually kind of like us. They're also currently under attack from the other religious nation. Interesting. I remember when I was a kid, I used to think that this hologram was like the coolest shit in the world. But, I mean, it still kind of is, but, you know, just conceptually. This would be an interesting way to, just have a literal giant talking head do all, like, your propaganda broadcasts. But that does mean we're gonna want to move in quickly if we want to, take these guys on. Hi, this is going to be our city. Yeah, especially since they just defended themselves successfully. So, we're now just going to go and, bomb these guys out of existence with our legions of tanks. Lots and lots of tanks. Our, what did we call them? Our Biden boats? I mean, it doesn't say. I like the little sound effects, though. It's nice. Oh, we are about to capture the hell out of that. You gotta figure this kind of sucks for these guys, right? It's like on one front they're being, you know, attacked, you know, culturally, and then on this side it's just like, oh hey, while you're struggling, we're just gonna come blow you up. Yeah, I don't think these guys are gonna fare that well. And ooh, we're under attack. Doesn't matter. They're gone. Yes. That's an impressive color change technology. Do you think I had to like dip that in some hot water or something in order to make it change color like that? That'd be interesting. Color change flags. It will be a religious city. We are now at war with a forest nation. Why are we at war with a forest nation? That's actually, why are we at war with so many people? Holy shit, I just realized. Loads of people have decided to declare war on us. So we're gonna have to slap down some housing very quickly, I think. Hang on, how do we... No, it's... All these cities have, like, specific layouts. You kind of have to do it a certain way to get it to work right. Alright. And that's, I think, the maximum amount of turrets. Okay. So now that we're at war with, like, everybody... right. We're just gonna have to rush over and try and deal with these guys. In the meantime, we're going to, we're gonna actually go to a planner, I just realized. We're gonna have to go to a planner, and we're gonna design some religious land vehicles. So, I'm probably gonna just show you guys the end results of those creation processes, and then, show you, like, kind of edit out the rest, just so that way we don't have another episode of, like, 2 hours of me designing shit and thinking of lore that will never matter. at least as far as gameplay goes. So, yeah, I'll see you guys after that. Alright, we have the Pontifex Cannonade, our religious land vehicle. And now we have the Prophetic Wave Rider, our religious sea vehicle, which at some point we're going to have to make a military sea vehicle. We'll have to see. Alright, now that we have finished doing that, let's see how our Conquest is doing. How goes the campaign for... Should probably put down some more turrets, because this is... Of course it's our main city, you know, we gotta defend it. Alright. So let's sit here. And hi! You guys decided you were going to be dicks, and so we're going to destroy you. Any minute now. Yep, here they come. I see the highlight circles. Here they come! Alright. Here they come. Die! Ooh. My Spice Stellaris is under attack. Oh no, the bastards. I mean, they're going to cease to exist probably before they manage to conquer that, so... And even if they, oh. One of our cities is under attack. Because apparently a bunch of people suddenly decided to declare war on me. Well... I'm pretty sure our, guys are going to be able to deal with that. Alright. Yeah, they're just taking pot shots as they're going by. It'll be fine. Alright. There's a lot of people in this city, I just realized. They're all panicking and running around. Does this game actually render how many creatures are supposed to be in a given city? Because there's 60 citizens in the city, allegedly. Now, we have our communications panel. These guys are being dicks. Are there actually 60 creatures running around? Does that, like, remain accurate? It's a good question, actually. I'm not sure. I've never bothered to check these things. I'm sorry if it's a little loud, by the way. Let me pull back a little bit so it's less loud. Apparently we are being... This planet trembles before our mighty armada. You will not survive. Prepare for war. I'm sorry, did you say something? I'm not particularly concerned. They're on a completely different landmass, and they don't seem to have a lot of boats. They seem to mostly just have land vehicles. In fact, yeah, I mean, they do have a lot of land vehicles. They have a lot of weird scorpion tank things, but they aren't, like, really... I'm not too concerned. Hang on. Take a bribe bomb and just throw that out there. Gonna have our enemies fight each other for us. There we go. And now they're just... Yep, alright. That's that dealt with. Alright. They're like sending one tank around to capture all of our Spice Stellaris, aren't they? I mean, it's not gonna matter when, It's not gonna matter when, we inevitably just destroy their nation and then take back the derricks. Honestly, after a while, having Spice Stellaris control doesn't even really matter. Which does make me wonder why, like... I don't know. I feel like I don't want this game to have turned into, like, Factorio levels of logistics, but, like, I don't know. Having, like, at least, you know, in order for your factories to work, they have to have at least a Spice Stellaris available. That would have probably been useful, but for now, we own this city. And so now we are going to, yeah, and this is going to remain religious, why not? Right. Real quick, can, I get somebody to claim that? And you to claim that real fast. And you to claim this. And I want you to go out. Try and claim that before the enemy shows up. Why is the Forest Nation so freaking... Oh, because we are a threat to them. I mean, yes, we are, but... Hang on, one of my cities is under attack. Witness says I really do not care. It's just so... incredibly... Alright, we have... Yeah, that'll do. Housing, and housing, and housing. Alright. And the money's really gonna start rolling in once we, get our, religious stuff going. In fact, I may... Hang on, apparently one of my cities is under attack. Which one? No idea. One of them is. Oh, hang on. This city is under attack. Oh. Hang on. Can you go deal with that real quick? Thank you. Fraxon is under attack. Oh, so is this one apparently. Right. That ought to be enough. And we are going to go forth and destroy, maim, kill. In fact, send one of our guys out to send some of our military guys out to deal with that. Thank you. We're going to deal with them shortly. Do you think we could? No, I don't think we could. I was gonna say, do you think we could get boats there? Well, maybe here, but I don't think we could attack this place with boats all that efficiently. Alright, this is... I mean, all else fails, we get 6 cities, we can just nuke this place. Be a good excuse to give us like a post-apocalyptic origin in Stellaris. But, I don't know, I feel like that's been kind of done to death. I'm gonna try and, when we make the transition, do something interesting with our society. Oh, wow. Hang on. Can you just, like, all fight each other for a bit, please? Alright, these guys are all... Yeah, they're all now going around and killing each other. In fact, they're attacking their own city. Nice. Meanwhile, our own religious conversion shall begin. Alright. This is, and... Yoink! Alright. Suka de Bancho, yeah, whatever, what they said. Alright, so, and we have now invented, foliage, never mind, airplanes. Right. Alright. We're gonna keep this as military, actually. I think we're gonna keep it as a military thing, and then from there, I think I'm going to design all the vehicles that we have yet to design, and I may call it a part there. I don't know how long I've been doing this for. Oh, it's been about a half hour, so yeah. So I will build our vehicles, and then we'll be right back. Alright, and here we have the Z-boat, which I know is somewhat redundant. That's kind of like calling it a road car, or a sky plane. I don't know. Maybe there are some languages where that's what that's called. I don't know. Anyways, on to the next vehicle. And here we are going to have the military air, which is going to be called again, I'm still terrible at naming things. How about, you know what? Let's have it be a there we go. We call it the Luftrausser. I forget if that's actual German or if that's just the name of that one like 2D dogfighting game that came out like back in 20. Hell, when did that come out? But no, I was just kind of thinking about how like, yeah, okay, it's like a big. The only way to really aim this thing is to just do like aerial flips and things. I mean, it's not like how that's gonna work at all, but I don't know. I thought that was a nice thing. It was like, okay, it's like the Luftrausser fighter plane thing that you play as in that. I should do like an Exu chat or something in the background. That was a fun game. Anyways, moving on. Right. No. Sorry, for the mild interruption. I was just... I was about to go and make the religious aircraft when apparently these guys are getting pissy at us for using atomic weapons to defend our city. So, yeah, that's a thing, apparently. Hang on, military, can we just go and capture that Spice Derrick real quick? Now, what was I doing? Ah, yes, before I was so rudely interrupted. I was, right. You guys, like, blow up that guy, thank you. Right. Religious air. Alright, and we have our religious air called the Vox Domini. Alright then. And that should be all the vehicles that we're going to use. Unless we end up doing economic stuff, which I think at this rate, probably not. So, we'll have to see. Anyways, back to the war. Hey, this is editing Igzy realizing that, like, I completely forgot to stop the episode and just kept recording without really leaving a break or anything for an intro and outro. So, if this video ends kind of weird, and well, this video is going to end kind of weird, next episode is going to start without really any fanfare. So, just thought I'd let you guys know that. I'm just a big dummy. I'm sorry. I hope you all had a good time watching regardless. Take care.